Hey everyone, it's the moment you've all been dreaming of the entire week, a new weekly finds video. So I have a bit of a cold, so I hope you don't mind that my voice is a bit shitty at the moment. But let's go, because a lot of stuff as usual. King's Quest Part 5 Abscess Makes the Heart Go Yonder. Ring Cycle, Total Annihilation Kingdoms, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, English version but with the German box, that one came from my collection. Might of Magic, the Millennium Edition, and Creatures Part 2. Then this little set wraps up the PC games of this week, so we're done with that. Grim Fandango, Doom Part 3, No One Lives Forever 2, Tron 2, American McGee's Alice and Myst Masterpiece Edition, and the Book of Legend of Kyrandia Book 3, and Warcraft Orcs and Humans. This is a really nice Nintendo NES control deck set. The box it has some scratches, as you can see, and some marks, but overall the box is still in really good condition, really sharp edges. So that's a nice control deck set. I have a really nice action set coming up as well. But before that we have these two little pleasure boxes. This is actually one of my favorite Nintendo consoles, and that's only because Super Mario Kart Double Dash is the best Mario Kart out there. Wind Waker is the best Zelda out there. I loved Metroid Prime, I loved F-Zero on this, and I really made a lot of hours on my GameCube. And these are the black and the silver version. This set of Game Boys with games was sold to me as being in really good shape and no pirates and all complete, but that was a lie, because this is all pretty crappy. This thing is broken here, so yeah, that's crap. This one is actually good. This one is missing the back, and this does not look good. Look at those scratches. How do you even get those scratches? Because I don't know. You don't put it down this way. How does someone scratch this up? I don't understand. So for the games, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Fake, Parodius, Spider-Man Fake, Mission Command, 720. This is Tesserae, Dr. Mario, Battle Tank, Pokemon Fake, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Fake, Pokemon Red, Fake, Pokemon Blue, but as you can see all in bad shape. Super Mario Land Part 1, Pokemon Yellow, Fake, Mario Land 1, Smurfs, Donkey Kong, International Karate, and Wario Land 3. Smurfs, Toy Story 2, Robocop 2, Fake, Dragon Ball, Legendary Super Warriors, and then we have some more Pokemons, Pokemon Crystal, Fake, Ruby, and there you have Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Pinball, but again without the little closing lid. This is a set I bought from my friend T, or at least most of it. For the Nintendo 64 we have Glover and Mario 64. Then for the SNES, Super Street Fighter 2, no, this is actually the normal Street Fighter 2. Smurfs Around the World, Zoop, Pierre Le Chef Out to Lunch. Then the next four, Kickoff, Lamborghini, and Alien 3, and Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games. I said that in another video, that one is a really good mini-games game, especially for smaller children. Mario World, Star Wing, Donkey Kong Country, and the Incredible Crash Test Dummies. And then we have Tetris and Dr. Mario, Mario is Missing, Donald Duck and Maui Mallard, and another Kick-Off, NTSC Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Speedy Gonzales, and Super Mario Kart over here. Then we have for the NES, Mario Bros. 1, Mario and Yoshi, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. 2, let me just show you those. Mario 2, Paperboy, Tetris, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, which is a really cool co-op platformer. Total Recall, Roller Games, Donkey Kong Classics, Mission Impossible, Terminator 2, Donkey Kong 3, Probotector, Nigel Mansell's World Championship, and Maniac Mansion. So that was it for this set. From the shape you guys can see that these are all Super Nintendos except this one. This is a NASA, aka fake NES. This is a Chintendo, fake Nintendo, whatever you want to call it, a Fami clone, but this actually plays all NES games. And you can shoot out the cartridges, which is a cool thing. So that's the NASA. Also has two controllers that are the NES controllers, but then in a different design. And there's 4 of these. Let you know what those are. Time for some Sega stuff. This is the Sega Saturn, the smaller box version. I have the bigger box version in my collection, but this is a smaller one. And then for the Sega Saturn, Resident Evil, Virtua Fighter 2, Sega Rally Championship, probably the most common game on the Saturn, Command & Conquer, and then for the Mega Drive, Echo the Tides of Time, and X-Men, the Genesis version. As someone who buys a lot and sells a lot to be able to buy more for my collection, you can never have enough Mario All-Stars, because all those Super Nintendos need to go with an All-Stars. And these are 4 copies of Mario All-Stars. Then Mortal Kombat 3 complete, Street Fighter 2 complete, and Top Gear 3000 complete, which is not rare but quite uncommon. We weren't done with Game Boy yet, because I have these 2 nice and colorful Game Boy Colors, which are in good shape, especially compared to the other ones I showed. This is pink, this is teal, I believe, or blue, green. I think it's the teal one. And this is Zelda Link's Awakening, and that's the Game Boy version, but it's missing the manual. Then we have a selection of some of the best platforming games on the PlayStation 1. Crash Bandicoot 3, this is not a platformer, Street Fighter Collection, Crash Bandicoot 2, Spyro Part 3 Year of the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot Part 1, and Spyro the Dragon Part 1. So only missing Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. 2 more odds and ends before we get to the big finale, and the big finale this week is GameCube and Commodore 64. And I have something very special for that. So, Metal Slug 4 and 1945 Part 1 and Part 2, Kirby's Adventure Complete, and Super Mario Bros. Complete, Super Mario 3, the Classic Series version. It's a good thing we're nearing the end of the video, because my throat is getting worse and worse, so let's get through with this pile of GameCube games. And of course I put the last ones at the bottom, the best ones. Sims Bustin' Out, Shrek Super Slam, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, FIFA Football 2003, and my friend said, why is Whoopi Goldberg on the front? If you know a bit about soccer, that's Edgar Davids, but yeah, Whoopi Goldberg is a nice second guess. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, Donald Duck PK, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Resident Evil 0, Burnout 2 Point of Impact, Pikmin, Chicken Little, Animal Crossing without the memory card unfortunately, Resident Evil 4 and Madagascar. Resident Evil 4 by far the best horror shooter game I've ever played, love this game. And then the last 2, Skies of Arcadia Legends. It is the NTSC version, which you can always recognize by this box that we don't have over here. But still, it's a rare game, it's a really good RPG. I personally didn't really like it, but the reviews of it are really good, but it's not my cup of tea. But this is the NTSC version, and this is the PAL-European version of Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes, aka the original Metal Gear Solid remade in better graphics and with some extra functions like first-person view, which you didn't have in the original Metal Gear. So, like I said, the last big thing is Commodore 64. And that is because I bought someone's small but really, really interesting collection of Commodore 64 games. So let's start with the first one. Ultima 5, Warriors of Destiny. This is not a rare Ultima, because the older Ultimas get the rarer they are, but it's a game I didn't have in my collection, but I only want the PC versions. But the good thing is that he didn't only have the Commodore version, he also had the PC version. So that one is ending up in my collection, and that gets me one step closer to having a complete Ultima set. So that's Ultima Part 5. Next one is Ultima Part 4. Wow, you guessed that, right? Quest of the Avatar. Also complete in box, and it's getting a little bit more rare. Then we have Ultima Part 3. Exodus. This one unfortunately is in quite bad shape because the box is really rough. It doesn't have the small end tabs here, so the box is really really fragile and vulnerable. But this is a rare game. You don't see this one often. Then there's one more. So one more, which one would it be? Ultima 2 or Ultima 1? Ultima 1, of course, being the rarer. And thank God it was that one. Ultima 1, the beginning. The first Ultima for the Commodore 64. And these are rare. For any system, Ultima 1 is rare. I honestly could not find a copy of this one online, so I don't even know its value. And it's 100% complete. Comes with all the maps, all the coins, and that's also a rare thing, because a lot of these Ultima games are missing either one of the maps or one of the coins or all of the coins, or there's just a lot to Ultima games that is usually missing. So that's the crown on this episode, and I think it's a really nice one. I was even doubting to keep this one in my collection because I don't have it for the PC yet, but nah, I'm too strict. I want it for the PC, not for anything else. So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. Leave any feedback or commentary on the video if you want. And check my channel for other videos. Like me on facebook.com/drretromd. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.